All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. So we started the first half about mindset. Mindset is an established set of attitudes, beliefs, and values. Mindset dictates the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave. If we're open-minded, we're thinking very positive. If we're open-minded, we're feeling optimistic. If we're open-minded, we're trying new things. If we're closed-minded, we're thinking very negative. We're feeling very pessimistic, and we're not trying new things. In order for something to be established, it must be built. In order for it to be built, it's something we have to keep practicing. So we went over the key aspects of mental strength: emotional regulation, resilience, purpose-driven endurance, focus and self-control. The next one is adaptability. Mentally strong people can adapt to changing circumstances and learn from the experience rather than becoming stagnant in difficult situations. So what I do to help me adapt is I have two questions that I ask myself. Two questions change my life. You probably have heard me say these questions before. First question is, what am I doing that's making this more difficult? Second question, what am I not doing to make it better? Those two questions answered honestly will help you stop what you need to stop doing and start doing what you need to start doing. Sure. What am I doing to make this more difficult? So if you're having a struggle right now or a difficulty, what could you possibly be doing to make it more difficult? Maybe you're procrastinating. Maybe you're not asking for help. There's definitely something. The second thing is, what am I not doing to make it better? In your struggle right now, in your difficulty, what could you possibly be doing to make it better for yourself? You notice the two questions wasn't me asking anything about other people or about the world. The two questions is focused on me, because that's how you build your mental strength. Working on yourself, self-development. So now to get to why I feel that addiction is a mental illness. Listen to the key aspects of mental strength. Emotional regulation. We have no emotional regulation in active addiction. Resilience. We have no resilience in active addiction. Purpose-driven endurance. We don't want to feel anything that we don't like in active addiction. Focus and self-control. We have no focus and no self-control. And adaptability. We conform. We don't adapt. So now let's say you start to get better with your emotions and your resilience goes up. And you have purpose-driven endurance, focus and self-control and adaptability. You think you're doing drugs? This is why I don't feel it's disease. This is why I feel it's a mental illness. A mental illness, when treated properly, will no longer be a mental illness. I've been through some really difficult moments these 3 years of my recovery. Very difficult moments. Not once did I think about going to use to get me through it. Why? Because I'm Jesus, but I'm mentally stronger. Our mental strength determines our choices and our decisions. Remember we went over it? What comes first? A choice or a decision? What do you think comes first? Choice. Very good. So we're going to have a little diagram. So we're walking on a road. We hit a fork in the road. First comes a choice to go either right or left. So let's say we all choose to go right, but we hit a dead end. So what does that mean? We must go to the beginning and make a decision now based on our choice. Make a better decision to go left. In active addiction, I chose drugs, got locked up, institutions, got back to the beginning. I made the decision to do it again. When you're mentally strong, you'll make a choice, hit a dead end, go here, and then go there. We're still going to make choices that aren't good. But when you're mentally strong, you learn from the choice. So then you start to see that making the wrong choice doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. Making the wrong choice is probably because we didn't plan properly or we didn't ask for help. We start to learn from the mistake, so the mistake doesn't define me as a person. the mistakes and explanation that I can't do it that way. That's it. So when we're mentally strong, our choices and our decisions become better. Because using is a choice. Or it's a decision. It's either or. So since it's a choice or a decision, I must get mentally stronger so I don't choose it when I used to choose it. And I don't decide to go back to it when my life is getting difficult. Because I'm learning from the difficulties rather than allowing my difficulties to define me. Because this Bible doesn't teach me about the goal of life is happiness. That is not what the Bible teaches if you read the stories. Bible's teaching us obedience. So before you've heard the Bible being broken down to basic instructions before leaving earth, right? We've all heard that. Before this book could be instructions, you got to understand that this is good news before it's instructions. You got to see the Bible as good news. We have a Savior. We've been saved. First, you got to see the Bible as good news and then follow its instructions. If you only see it as instructions, you're basically a religious person probably. And just thinking that your works is what's going to get you to heaven, following the rules. So, how to develop the mental strength. So we went over it. We got...
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yeah, he'd rather obedience than sacrifice. Because some people make a lot of money and go give a donation and think that's Gucci with God. No, God want rather you be obedient and go fix a problem with a brother before you bring a gift to the altar. Because that's what it says in the Bible. Before you give me anything, God says, go get right with your brothers and sisters. Because bringing me the offer at the altar ain't taking away that you're shitting on one of your brothers and sisters right now that you shouldn't be shitting on. Basically, right? So how do we develop mental strength? So we went over the key aspects. So now how do we develop it? Practice emotional regulation. Well, how do we practice it? 1, learn to identify your triggers. What are some emotional triggers for you? What are some emotions that trigger you to want to use drugs or drink?
Pain.
Sadness, very good. What else? What? Anger, good. What else? What else? Arguments, good. Pain, very good. So the first step for mental strength is to identify those emotions. That is the first step to start building mental strength. Identify the emotion. The second step is now we need to learn how to manage that impulse. So now you know that anger is an emotion that takes you out. So now how prepared are you to manage that impulse the next time you get angry rather than get rid of the things in your life that make you angry?
Smarter.
You're wasting the energy on the wrong thing. Because you could get rid of a certain person in your life that makes you angry. That does not mean there ain't going to be another person that comes in your life that makes you angry. So we have to get better with the anger, right? So how are you going to manage your anger? What's something you could do when you're angry?
Walk away.
Walk away. Good. What else can you do? Call somebody.
Write it down.
Write it down. Good. Find someone. You see how we're building mental strength right now? You see how you're starting to prepare yourself? So when it happens, you don't feel weak. You have a plan that makes you feel stronger. And now this is the third thing. We must now start to respond to situations in a calm and rational manner. So emotional regulation. If we want to develop it, so it what? I erased it. So it becomes established. In order for us to establish our mental strength, we must start to develop the mental strength. To develop the mental strength with our emotions, you got to first identify your triggers. 2, how are you going to manage that impulse? And then 3, we have to start responding to situations in a calm and rational manner. Have to. It's not maybe. No, that's a have to. Right? So that's that. Embrace challenges. So if I'm embracing somebody, what am I doing with them? If I'm embracing them, what am I doing with them? I'm bringing them in. Embracing challenges to build mental strength does not mean conquer your challenge. To develop mental strength means that you are embracing it. Meaning, one, you're willing to learn why it's a challenge for you.
So what is one?
One is, did you get the emotional identify your triggers? And then number two, you want to manage that impulse. And then three, you want to start to respond to situations in a calm and rational manner. So that's how we start to develop mental strength with our emotions. Do you see that nothing that I told you was about not feeling something?
Right.
Nothing.
One more time.
Sure.
Right.
So one is identify your triggers.
Identify, got that one.
Two is manage your emotion. And then three, respond to situations in a calm and rational manner. We want to develop mental strength. Why? Because mental strength is a journey. It's not a destination. You're never going to get to a point in your life where you could say, my mental strength is good. I could take a day off.
That's where I'm at, like where I'm usually like coming at something calm, because I've been at the point where like I punched somebody,
Okay?
and gotten kicked out, or other things like respond to what other people talk about instead of like going directly to the source and asking them.
Okay?
Just flipping out from what I hear.
Okay?
You know, so now I don't like just like I like look at the situation and I write it down, and then like I try to tell myself what's the best outcome for me. I look at it, I play it out or write it down in 3 different ways, and if it doesn't work, I don't do it.
There you go. That's developing mental strength. Playing the tape is mental strength.
Like, what am I gonna get out of it if I do it this way? How is it gonna work? Because I'm already I relapsed already 11 times. This is
Okay?
and through rehab, this is my 12th time. I don't want to get I don't want to do it over in a different place. I already been through it all. I've been at all males. I've been through where it's co-ed, where you live together with you. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, I'm tired of doing this, and I don't have like uncles and aunts and other family members. Like, I hear other people that they have. So I want to get it right for the ones that I do have, like my kids that are still alive, so they can see something and be like, oh, my dad did this. Like, fuck what everyone else thinks. I could care less what others think. I just want to do it for me and what I have left.
Amen.
You
Good
know?
stuff.
Yeah.
So embracing challenges means that you're willing to learn why you see it as a challenge. And 2, you're willing to learn on how to get through it, not how to get rid of it. Mentally strong people do not try to get rid of their challenges. They understand that challenges is an opportunity for growth and learning. So how do I now use this challenge to help me get where I want, rather than how is this challenge avoiding me from getting where I want to go? What is it about what I'm going through that's going to help me, rather than what I'm going through is stopping me? That's mental strength, because now you're going to find something in it to work with. So don't shy away from difficult situations. Instead, view them as opportunities. We went over growth mindset. If you guys want to Google it, Google difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset. On top of the Google bar, it says images. If you hit images, it gives you a whole bunch of worksheets to help you understand the difference between the two, right? So that's why I'm always teaching you guys the difference between fixed and growth mindset, because you need to know both, not just one. You need to know what a fixed mindset looks like, because we're going to fall in a fixed mindset probably more than we're going to be in a growth. So remember the definition of relapse, deterioration of improvement. The sooner you can catch yourself in a fixed mindset, the sooner you get into a growth mindset, the more productive you become. So I need to know both. What do you got?
And I had one question.
Sure.
Because I lost I finally hear it. Like, what I like about this place, they take you to go get your ID and all that. I finally got my ID. I got my EBT.
Come on.
I just need my social, and that's it. So and a wallet. And so if anyone has a used wallet or know how to get a wallet, please, I need a new wallet.
There you go.
I don't have it.
Getting all the things.
I got got one at half.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't care if it's beat up, you know, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm able to get those things here, and that's what I'm happy about. So, you know, and I'm about to do the rat tea.
Progress.
And, like, I have my baby mom that's a friend, like, you know, the one with the daughters, because I have a good relationship with her. But the other one's, like, I consider her the devil's team, you know, because I can't
Okay.
communicate with her, you know.
It happens. I
I'm
get
on
it.
the wrong team, you know.
It's all right. You just got to keep doing what you got to do.
But yeah, either way, like I'm almost there, you know. But I'm showing you like a moment of clarity. You can do it. Like it's
Amen.
possible.
Aw.
Come on.
Like, yeah.
Good stuff. I love that. Good stuff. Build a strong support team. You are not going to have mental strength if you are not around people who have mental strength. If you are around people complaining and people not getting their life together, you are going to develop their mindset eventually.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It's human nature. It's just how things work out. You got to get around a good support system. Like-minded does not mean you have to agree on everything. Like-minded doesn't even mean that you got to speak the same way. Like-minded means you're striving for the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
So-
I like his style. So if I want to strive for the same thing, I could.
Y'all hang out with them, right?
Yeah,
Like
you know.
if you see someone trying to better their life, let's say they're doing AA, you're doing Jesus. That's like-minded because both people are trying to get better. How we're getting better is our own prerogative.
I like that.
You could still rock with people that aren't doing it your way. I want to be around people who are learning from their failures, not giving up, not complaining. They don't have to have money. I don't care about that. I care about behavior and mindset.
Cool.
I want to be around. That's why, believe it or not, I'd rather hang out with the homeless people than I will with corporate people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I hang out with the homeless and I'm feeding the homeless, I have great conversations. I learn so much about life. I have so much gratitude. So it's not the status of the person that you want to hang out with. It's the character
Right.
of the person you want to hang out with. I'm very quick with my energy when it comes to character. Because once you show me your character, that means we've been together long enough for me to make a choice on where you are right now. Not who you are as a person, just where you are right now. And where you are right now might not be where I need to be right now. So I'm okay with cutting ties with people at times. Only because your energy right now is the boundary I need to make. Not your behavior. It's the energy you're rocking with.
Stay away from negativity.
So in the Bible it says those who put up big gates invite destruction. Meaning,
What? Yeah. What does that mean?
meaning the higher you put up your walls to keep people out, the more you're going to get disrupted because you're by yourself. Or if you think your money could protect you, you're leading, you're getting waited to be destroyed with something. So those who build high gates, why do they build high gates? Because they don't want nobody to come in.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're
bad.
inviting people to try to break your walls down.
Oh.
Because some people are going to take it as a challenge.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's walking with Christ. You got to understand that. 1/3 of the angels came down from up there. Angel just means messenger. So don't think that they ain't roaming here and they got people rocking on their side.
Because you can live in the hood and be like followers of Christ.
Yes?
And be like around that and be safe.
Yes.
You know, like and have little walls.
100%.
Right? I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you let people see that you have your guards up, people are going to want to just push your buttons to mess with you. It's just who we are as humans. So when you build these gates, you're inviting destruction because you think you could protect yourself when God is the only one that could protect you. So you're inviting destruction. All right? So I want to go over some myths. These are myths and facts about mental toughness. One, the first myth. Mental toughness is something you either have or you don't. Mental strength is not something that you are either born with or not born with. As you could tell, mental strength is what? Something we need to develop. Everything we're talking about is the development of mental strength, not going to buy it off Amazon and not doing work. Can't buy mental strength on Amazon, right? Wish we could. That'd be dope, right? So the myth is mental toughness is something you either have or you don't. The fact, you can learn and develop many of the traits that make up mental toughness at any age. When they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, it's bullshit. You just don't have the patience.
True.
It just takes a little bit longer to teach an old dog new tricks.
You said learn to.
Learn and develop many of the traits that make up mental toughness. When it comes to learning skills, there are advantages to starting early with anything. We know that, right? Starting early is better than starting late, but starting late, you could still get it done. Sometimes we won't start late because we couldn't start early. And we think, oh, I could have been this far already in it. So why start now? Because I can't start off at the point I thought I would have been if I would have started earlier. You see how we talk ourselves out of this shit? The sooner you become familiar with mental toughness skills, the more likely they become second nature. So the more you start it and practice it, the sooner it'll become second nature. A lot of my stuff is now automatic, just like I was in active addiction. You could look at something and get an automatic thought. Look at something and get an automatic feeling from it. Why? Because we've been programmed that way. The second myth, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is a myth. Trust me when I tell you. I got a car. It wasn't broken, but if you don't maintain it, it will break. So how are you taking your car in to get maintenance on it? Just because you don't got problems in your life right now, if you don't, doesn't mean that you need to stop working on your mental health, though. A lot of people's lives start getting better, and we stop practicing the things that helped us get our lives better. But once life starts getting better, we allow this success to tell us, well, I don't need to do anything. Look how good my life is.
You gotta work at it to get it.
Got to work at it to keep it, get it, appreciate it, value it, everything. So maybe it's not broke, but you should be still maintaining it. Right? My relationship with Christ, I feel, is on point right now. That does not mean I get to wake up tomorrow and not read my Bible, and not pray, and not serve because it's good today. No, if I don't maintain my relationship with Christ, I will lose my relationship with Christ. Right now, it's not a broken relationship. I got a great relationship with Christ. But if I don't maintain it, it will break. So that it's not broke, don't fix it. That's a myth. You need to maintain your shit every day. Just as you wouldn't wait until a piece of gear was completely broken to fix it, preventable maintenance on equipment is key to readiness, right? Oil changes. Proactively, Miss Wells' word, practice your mental toughness skills daily because it might prevent problems in the future. I've gone to the rooms. When I used to go to the rooms of AA, I used to always hear them say, I stopped doing the work. I stopped coming. I stopped calling my sponsor. They stopped maintaining. Why? Because they thought they were fixed. So I don't have to work on myself no more when it's fixed. Why? Because I'm not broke. Maintenance. The scripture says meditate on the word day and night. Not when you want. Meditate on the word day and night. So that, to me, that sounds like maintenance. Not read the word when you feel like crap. Not read the word when you need a blessing. I'm told to meditate on it day and night. Third myth. Mental toughness is about your mind. Is a myth. Your body and your mind are connected. The mind tells the body what to do. So it's important to learn skills that might optimize both. Some skills focus on mental aspects, such as how you talk to yourself and ease anxiety, while others focus on the physical part, such as calming yourself through breathing. So this is more than just mental. To be mentally strong, your body has to correlate with your mind. Nobody's telling you got to be body by Jake. Nobody's telling you got to be in the gym every day. That's not what we're saying. But what we are saying is that you have to have physical activities that challenge you. Because when you're working out, what does your mind say? I'm too tired. I don't want to do this. When you persevere through that challenge, you're building, purpose-driven endurance. Working out is purpose-driven endurance. It's we're enduring pain to create stamina. The more I work out, the more pain that I do, the more push-ups I could do in a single set. Why? Because I was enduring pain every day. The more pain that I endured, I have more stamina now to bust out a few more. Right? I think I was doing 10 in a clip, now I can do 25. I got myself there because I'm enduring pain, so now I have more stamina. Believe it or not, I start off, I'm tired. After a couple sets, I got man energy. It's like I don't even feel them no more. I'm like, how does that even happen? Oh, even when I'm jogging, the first 5 minutes, I always want to stop. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about today, man. My legs hurt. After 5 minutes, I get the runner's high. And I'm off. Yes, it is. So it's that beginning that you have to get through, and then there's a rhythm after it. Always. But it's getting through that beginning. So the more you endure, the more stamina you will have in your problems, in your trial. The more mental strength will develop. So your mind and body are connected. Therapeutic walks. Go for a 5-minute swim, and you probably got more of a workout than most people do in a week. Just on a 5-minute swim. Nobody's telling you got to be good, but you have to put your body to a physical test where you could outwork your mind. Your mind, like for instance, cold showers. Cold showers build your mental strength real quick. You want to know why? What is your mind telling you? Get out. You're fighting. No, I'm staying in. 2 more seconds, Mike. 2 more seconds. Every morning I wash with warm water. But then once I'm done washing, it gets ice cold. And I stay in there. I'm gritting my teeth and everything. I'm like, nah, 2 more seconds. Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. It's building my mental strength. It is. But you're fighting your mind. I think scientifically proven you have 5 seconds. When something comes to you, you have 5 seconds to make a choice before your brain makes it for you. And usually our brain makes the choice based on what we've been doing. So we'll fall into like the old behavior really quick. Really quick. So, third myth, mental toughness is about your mind. No, it's about your body and your mind. Fourth myth, I can only build mental toughness by myself. That is a myth. Fact, having one trusting, abiding relationship can boost your resilience when things get tough. Just one good relationship. Mental toughness grows when you look to those around you for support, encouragement, and feedback. Why do you think our mental toughness grows when we ask for support, encouragement, and feedback?
Surrendering.
Surrendering, good. Takes humility. It shows that we don't have to do it alone. So now we don't put so much pressure on ourselves to succeed. We're able to go to people for help. Plus, you got to give it to keep it. So when you ask someone to help you, you're allowing them to give you what they got so they can keep it. At the same time, you're learning something to get better. People can't keep what they have if they're not giving it. If you ain't asking, how are they giving it? And then someone's going to ask you, and you're going to give them what you got. And you're going to be able to keep it because you're giving it. Because that's how it works. So, I can only build mental toughness by myself. Having one trust and abiding relationship can boost your resilience. I know that because that's my relationship with Christ. Christ is that one trusting, abiding relationship that boosts my resilience when things get tough. Number 5, mental toughness is about ignoring emotions. No, it is not. Mentally strong people don't ignore their emotions. Mentally strong people develop a keen awareness of them. What does that sound like? If I'm developing a keen awareness of my emotion, what am I doing with my emotion?
Taming them.
You're understanding it.
I like to say I'm playing detective. So when a detective goes to a crime scene, what does the detective look for? Clues. Clues for what? To find out what? What happened? So with your emotions, you need to play detective. Where are the clues? What's making you feel that way? Once you find out what's making you feel that way, you're finding the murderer. And now you can now go after the murderer, aka the root problem. We got to become detectives with your emotions, not act in your emotions. We're still going to do it. We all fall short of the glory of God. But what I'm saying is mental toughness will get you to recognize a lot of things sooner. That's the first step. Awareness. The more aware I am, the more I know where I could practice. Now my effort is intelligent. I'm not wasting my energy. I'm putting it towards productive things. I'm not busy, just doing nothing. Mental toughness is about finding helpful and constructive ways to, 1, express your feelings, and 2, cope with tough emotions that distract you. It's also about harnessing feelings such as anger and frustration. So what do you think that means? How are you supposed to harness your anger?
No clue.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because I'm being honest, like how
Go ahead.
I'm being honest with my feelings.
Okay.
And the person that I thought used to be my friend that we're not friends now, like literally sits right next to me, which is Jeremy. So I'm learn how. I'm just saying, like how I'm learning. No, I'm not saying any problems. I'm not causing any problems.
This is.
I'm just saying how I'm dealing with.
I know,
my
but
feelings and how I
sometimes
feel.
there's
Like,
nothing.
literally no one
There's,
cares.
I
there's,
know, but it's
there's,
alright. But I'm not causing a
Hear-
problem.
hear me,
I'm
hear
not
me,
saying
hear me
that.
for a second.
I'm just saying how
Brother,
how I feel,
brother,
I'm
this-
just pointing it out.
brother.
Everybody sees it.
There's
Everybody
nothing.
knows.
Alright.
There's nothing wrong with honesty. Sometimes honesty could also be something private, though. All right,
That's why I'm
time and
learning. I'm
place.
here to learn that.
That's fine, and there's nothing wrong with it.
I don't
There's,
have a problem with them, I don't.
but honesty with someone individually is good.
Talk to them, that's all.
But see, what you're doing is kind of condescending. What you're doing is honesty, but the honesty is also causing some kind of friction. So honesty should be more of a loving thing than it is more than pointing out someone or something like that. So if you ever have something like that, you could pull me to the side, and you and I could speak individually about the things that you're going through rather than in a group atmosphere to be a healthier affair. That's fine. That's good. All right? Thank you. So mental toughness is not about ignoring your emotions. It's about you playing detective with your emotions. The clues, more than the feeling, what's causing the feeling? What is your mindset? What past experience maybe is it making you remind yourself of? Number 6, mentally tough people never feel stressed. Myth. Myth. I wish. Everyone feels the impact of stress. But mentally tough people balance their high-speed lives, you ready? With plenty of recovery. By developing healthy sleep habits, if you can, I can't. Learning mind-body strategies, which I do to help decompress. I can't. So one of my mind-body strategies to help decompress is therapeutic walks. That is a mind-body strategy.
miles, like,
I don't know. It's a journey. I just walk. Yeah, until it releases.
Someone wants yours.
Until it releases. But what I'm
Follow your recipe.
that's fine.
That's good.
But what is a mind-body recipe for you? What cooking could be one. Drawing could be one. What is it?
I love cooking.
Cooking. That's a mind-body. That's therapeutic. You guys need that for mental toughness. Because when I'm walking, the movement of my body allows me to think clearly. Because I'm off, there's other, like when I played baseball, I was a fairly decent baseball player. I used to have the dip, the chew in my mouth, so I wouldn't think about how I was holding the ball and how I was going to cut the ball. I would think about that and not swallowing it and throwing up from it. So my mind was on that, and I let my natural ability to do it. So that's what I'm saying. You got to find things that allows your mind to just hone in on one thing. So your body has to be part of your mental health.
Clean and organized because it makes you feel like you're
Yes.
ready.
I mean, scripture tells me I got a temple. Take care of your temple. Right? That's why I'm really trying to quit cigarettes. I really am. Because I'm starting to get really convicted. I don't like it. I wasn't getting convicted before.
Hey, look.
Now I'm getting convicted. I was taking 3 hits. I'm disgusted with myself.
Yeah.
Throwing
Good
it out the
job.
window.
Good job.
Then I'm convicted. I threw it out the window. Because I should have put it in the garbage. Like, yo, it's all day long with me with stuff right now. But I love God because He's walking me through. But what I'm saying is, like, The body's very important. Our health is important. You don't realize it until you start losing it. And you don't want that to happen, right? So mentally tough people never feel stress is actually a myth. By developing healthy sleep habits, learning mind-body strategies, you guys could Google that. What are some mind-body strategies I could practice? You might not practice what they show you, but what they show you might give you an idea of something you can practice. A lot of my learning isn't what people tell me. A lot of my learning is what comes to me from what people do tell me. I don't take many people's suggestions, but their suggestions gives me something. I'm like, oh, you know what? I could do that this way and it'd be better for me, right? So it's like you go to a restaurant. I don't always like all the food on the restaurant. I only order what? The food that I like. The food on the menu that I don't like doesn't stop me from going to the restaurant. So what I'm saying is everywhere you go, you might not like some of the food in the restaurant. Only order the food you do like and take something out of everything you are in, whether it's NA, AA, wherever it is. Even though you might not like the food, find something about it that you like and leave with it. That's a mentally strong person is always going to try to learn from something. I'm always trying to learn from people. I take your drugs. I'll take your wisdom just as quickly as I'll take your drugs. You got something that you know? Tell me it. I wonder if I could use it. Last myth. Mentally.
I like that of you what you said, like, you know, because it leaves you open to learn from even those that you don't like.
Yes,
you know?
yes, because the person with the needle in their neck could teach me a lot.
Yeah.
Teach me why you got the needle in your neck right now. Because why you got it in your neck might be a reason why I might have it in my neck a month from now. So tell me what you're going through right now, because that could probably save my life.
Amen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, even in the rooms, they say it. Someone with one day could teach someone with no days. Right? So they have the same concept in the rooms. Mentally tough people never fail. Mentally tough people fail all the time. But what sets them apart is how they handle themselves when things don't go to plan. So when things don't go to your plan, what's your behavior? Remember, behavior comes from what? An attitude. And an attitude comes from what? Mindset. So your mindset towards your plan is that what? It's ironclad? And that's the perfect thing you've ever made? Because if that is your mindset and it doesn't go according to plan, your attitude is going to suck. And your behavior isn't going to change. You got to be very flexible with your plans. What do you got?
What is that? How it goes? Keep your enemies closer.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You got to let it go, brother. Listen, I know, but look. I know, but look. Stop, guys. Look. It might have been a joke, but here's a good lesson.
I'm willing to kill it.
But look.
Hey, bro, I'm willing to kill it.
So if you're willing to kill it, then you got to let it go.
I'm willing to let it go.
So look, let it go.
All right.
Let
it go.
That's it. But just a little quick lesson. If we're going to make jokes, the jokes can't come off after our honesty, us saying we don't like somebody.
Okay.
You can't make a joke to somebody that you let them know that you don't like
I never
them.
liked somebody where I want death or
But
something.
I'm not saying that, but we're trying to learn. We're trying to become more mature.
Yeah.
If I told you I don't like you and then I made fun of the way you look, how would you feel about me?
Oh, I understand.
Like, check
Okay?
it out. We're on.
We're good. He got it.
I
All
apologize.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So last myth. Mentally tough people never fail. Mentally tough people fail all the time. What sets them apart is how they handle themselves when things don't work out. They figure out what happened. 1. 2, they seek help. And 3, they try new solutions. So when I fail, what happened?
Right now.
Why did I fail? There you go. Seek help and then try new solutions. Okay? And then work even harder to try to prevent it next time. All right? What time is it? All right, we're going to run through some things real quick. I'm going to go over some things mentally strong people don't do. This is what they don't do. So if we're doing them, we just got to get better at them. 1, they don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. Mentally strong people don't feel sorry for themselves. Why? Because they're starting to take responsibility for their role in life. And they understand that life isn't always easy or fair. I'm glad God's not fair. I'm just going to put that out there. Because if God was fair, we'd all be done. Because Jesus' death was not fair. It's called atonement. He took our sin and gave us his righteousness. That is not a fair trade.
Right.
What is that?
It's called atonement.
I don't know how to spell that.
ATONEMENT.
I'm at
ATONEMENT. You could Google it, it'll tell you.
I got it.
So, the one fair thing about life, I'm going to share with you, I think, what is fair, is that it's unfair for everyone. That's the only fair thing about life, is that it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to get the shit end of the stick, one way or another. At some time, you're going to have your trust used against you, you're going to love the wrong person, you're going to...
You always have haters.
Yes, if you ain't got haters, you're doing something wrong.
I always say that.
Because think about it. Where is that? Listen, Kobe Bryant has a great quote. People only hate on the great ones.
Yup.
I was like, Kobe got that one.
Wow.
But listen to a hater, though. I don't think there's such thing. I have fans and I have supporters.
Right. Exactly.
My haters are my biggest fans.
Right.
How do I know that? They'll watch a 7-minute video and say something that I said 4 minutes in. So that means you watching the whole jump off, homie. You're a fan. You're not a hater. You love my shit.
That's what's up.
You love, but think about a hater though. They're in the stands and they're booing LeBron James, who's playing
He's so good.
the game. How did they get in the stands? They had to pay the ticket. So listen, people that are hating on you, they're not paying with money. They're paying with their time. Things they can never get back. So they're paying admission to watch you play the game of your life. Let them. You need haters. If you don't have haters, you ain't producing enough energy in your life to have people hate on you. You need people to hate on you to let you know you're doing something right.
Right.
That's what I say. If people hate you, you're doing right.
Yeah.
Another good
I
one.
agree. I like that.
You either hate
I
me or
wrote that
love me,
down.
you still thinking of me.
Yeah.
Ah,
There you go. That's a good one too.
That's a good
There's a good one. So number one.
I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
the-
Oh, that's sweet.
And then God said, love thy enemy. God said, love thy enemy. So I obeyed and I love myself.
Oh.
It's not people that are our
Oh my God,
enemies.
there's so many to write down.
I know.
You know what? You could probably rewatch it on social media later if you want. You could probably rewatch it because it's on Facebook. So they don't give away their power. How do we give away our power? What do we give our power away to? What are some things you give your power away to?
Oh my God.
The enemy, maybe.
Enemy, good. Get spiritual. What is something that takes away your power?
Esteem.
Say it again.
Resentment?
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem would build it, right? What would take away your power? What would make your self-esteem go lower? Okay?
Could it be resentment? Or no?
What's up?
You help me write that.
Yeah, I got you. Let me finish.
Leave it up there.
What self-esteem? I know, right? How about people's opinions?
Yeah.
That takes away our power. Self-esteem builds up, but what would take away your self-esteem? People's validation, failures, loss, good. These are things that take away our power, right? Listen, where am I at? I lost the article. Fuck me. So, we give away our power to people's opinions. We give away our power to our failures. We give away our power to our fear. We give away our power to our worry. Mentally strong people don't give away their power to things like that. How do you think you could take your power back from people's opinions?
Not let it
Don't let it bother you at all.
What is your mindset of your beliefs and your
Okay.
abilities?
What does that mean?
When you have the proper mindset about who you are, people's opinions can't take you out. When you don't know who you are relying on other people to tell you who you are. And I lived that life, and you do not want to live that life. Because now you are living according to other people's values and other people's beliefs. And in that process, you will lose your identity. You won't even know who you are. They don't allow others to control them, and they don't give someone else power over them. For instance, mentally strong people do not say, "She got me mad." Mentally strong people don't say that because what they understand is that she got me upset. I allowed myself to get mad over her getting me upset. Because anger is a secondary emotion.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
not
that's
what you
good.
give first.
I like
Something had to happen. Frustration, fear, loneliness, abandonment. Those are all the root causes of anger. Anger is the way we express it to gain control over it.
What about if you care about other people and you feel like you've invested into them and you care about that relationship and then you get let down by it and then that leads to sadness to anger. So how do you?
transactional.
Yeah, the relationship was transactional.
I'm asking you
I didn't know
personally
that
because I
difference
struggle with
either.
that. I
Yeah.
get my feelings hurt a lot. So how do I change my mindset to not?
So
put my
for me,
feelings
because
hurt?
I help a lot of people, and that used to take me out, and what I realized was I was helping people for the validation of me helping them. I wasn't helping them to worship Jesus. So now I help people to worship Jesus.
Right, I
So
get
now
sad for that.
that you're empath, you're gonna get sad. You want
Right.
people to get better. The sadness though can't stop you from doing what you need to do,
Right.
and the sadness just can't have power over you. Why are you so sad?
Because I get sad because I care about people and I care about relationships with them.
So is the
I just
sadness coming from sympathy that you feel bad for them, or is the sadness because empathy you wish they would get it right?
It's a lot of stuff. It's wrapped up with both of those, but then also like what I see God has for them. So it's a lot of things. I just feel a lot.
Yeah, I mean, empath. I'm sad and I'm upset all the time.
That's
But
awful.
it's not because of what people are doing or not doing. It's just the state of the world that I'm sad.
And I want to get better. That's what I'm saying. Like, what tool do you use to not feel so sad?
But are you?
I don't
sad
have
all the
control.
time?
No, I'm not sad all. No, I'm in
asking
moments.
her.
Oh, you sad all the
She's
time?
sad all the
I'm-
time, or can you I can identify. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sad right now.
I
Like,
get
you
I
can
get
say
sad by like it could be an instant. It could be like some if I see a friendship fail or like
It might be that
somebody
you
gets
put the
sad.
pressure on you to the success was relied on your actions rather than you just trying to pour into them to have something better for them. When I take responsibility of your success, I get sad when you're not succeeding. I'm a productive person. I want you to be effective. I'm going to give you what I could give you to help you, but if it's not helping you, I'm not necessarily going to get sad that it's not helping you. I did what I can.
Okay.
You don't personalize it.
Yes.
Because I was taught if you're giving genuinely of yourself, then it's about the other person. If they don't accept it or take it, maybe they're not ready.
Yeah.
It's not that time. But it doesn't have anything to do with me. Like I played my part.
Yep. Mentally strong people are okay with things not working out the way they wanted to because they know they put their best into it and then they move on from it. So eventually your success is not determined on me whatsoever.
I don't really think it's success. I just feel sad for people. It
That's
can be
fine.
hearing a story and it makes
But
you
what
really
is the
sad.
sadness getting you to do?
It's not there's no brain involved in it. I feel sad.
But what I'm saying is the sadness is not preventing you from getting your work done.
Yeah, it does.
So now it's a problem.
Yeah,
because
it's a problem. My emotions are a problem.
yes, the emotional regulation. What's the trigger? The trigger is sadness. Now, how are you going to manage that impulse? Meaning, how are you going to adapt to sadness? Because sadness can't
I'm
stop you.
trying.
The
I'm working through it.
the sadness could also be something that's rooted in your childhood that you just
Right.
haven't approached yet.
Right, I have a lot. I'm going. Yeah, I'm trying.
Right? Maybe you are seeing your inner child in somebody else.
Okay.
And you actually feel sad for yourself.
Wow.
And you might be thinking that you're feeling sad for them when in reality you're sad that no one helped you
Wow.
and nobody pushed you or you didn't receive the help. There's a lot in
It's
our
not one
child.
answer,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
not.
appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. So we don't give away our power. 3, we don't shy away from change. Mentally strong people welcome positive change and are willing to be flexible. I heard a great quote, actually from Chief, for those that know Magic House. He said, blessed are the flexible, for they won't get bent out of shape.
I was just watching him on
Yeah. I actually seen him Saturday at the beach. It was a good little exchange. It was nice to see him. So they don't waste energy on things they can't control. You won't hear a mentally strong person complain about lost luggage or traffic jams. Instead, they focus on what they can control in their lives. They recognize that's what?
Which is what?
Your attitude.
Okay.
They recognize that sometimes the only thing they could change is their attitude. Be careful what you're not praying for, right? I beg to differ. Be careful what you're not praying for instead of be careful what you're praying for. If you are not praying for patience, you are going to get still put into positions where you need patience. But if you're not praying for patience, the Holy Spirit can't remind you that you prayed for it. So when I pray for patience and then I'm getting somebody in my life that's very difficult to speak to, and I want to kind of be like, yo, bro, what is wrong with you? The Spirit comes in and is like, wait, you prayed to love your work more. You prayed to have God's love more. And you prayed to have patience. So here you go. Be a reflection. I'm like, why you got to do that? But it's because I prayed for it that I'm able to see it in the moment.
Wow.
Number 5. They don't worry about pleasing everyone. Mentally strong people recognize that they don't need to please everyone all the time. A friend of everyone is a friend of no one. You can't be everybody's friend. Means you can't be everybody's friend.
Okay, that's right.
Too many people have different preferences. You're going to have to change your character in order to be everybody's friend.
So but it's like changing your frequency to the people you want
to their vibration, if you want to talk energy. Yeah.
Okay.
So mentally strong people recognize they don't need to please anyone. Mentally strong people strive to be kind and fair, but can handle other people being upset if they didn't make them happy. So she wrote a few. So I'm okay with helping somebody and then them getting upset and not thinking I helped them enough. I'm not going up and beyond just because you're upset. No, I did what I can for you. If that's not enough, I'm good. That's a mentally strong person. I'm striving. I want to be nice to everybody. And I will be kind to you. But there will come a point where I'm going to let you be pissed the fuck off. Go ahead. I'm not going to bend over backwards to make you feel better because it's not going to make you feel better. It's going to make me feel worse. I just gave away my power, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I just gave away my power to you. Try to be in a relationship where you're controlling the person you're going out with. You think you're controlling them. They're controlling you.
Oh my God.
You are giving away your power in the relationship when you are trying. Why? Because all you're thinking about are their movements. Are they doing what you want? So they're necessarily controlling you. When whatever you think you got control over is already controlling you. Whenever you thought you got control of your addiction, you already had control over you. So whatever you think you got by it. Think you got money? Money about to get you real quick.
That confused me too.
It's coming. It's coming. Just stay it. Just stay with it. Stay with it. I don't believe in a cheap God. My God is not cheap. And once my God starts working, it gets to a point where I actually tell him, yo, God, you need to back up on the blessings, bro. Like, it's coming in too quick right now. Chill out, bro. No, when he comes in, he comes quick. So you got to just stay there.
You can donate them this way.
There you go. There you go.
I notice when he sees that you know it's him, he'll come through even more.
When your eyes are open for it, yeah? So number 5, they don't worry about pleasing everyone. Number 6, they don't fear taking calculated risk. What would be considered a calculated risk?
Setting boundaries.
Good. What is a calculated risk you think you're going to take? Anybody going back home for anything soon? That's a calculated risk. Anybody looking to get a job? That's a calculated risk. That's a risk. Because if you're working 40 hours a week, what's going to happen to your recovery? Are you ready to make money? Are you punctual? Do you have organizational skills? You have time management skills. You might get the job, but you ain't going to keep it. Why ain't you going to keep it? Because you haven't been working on your punctuality. You're still showing up late to things that you don't think are important. Time management. Do you know where you're going to have things in place when you start working? Because you can figure out a 9 to 5, or if you're going to work an overnight shift, you know the hours. So now start scheduling your days before you get the job. Like, you know what? I'm going to be working 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. I can't do this now. I can't. But where am I going to now put that on the weekend? Where's the slot on the weekend? So now it's a calculated risk. Do you have money? Are you good with money? Are you not good with money? Learn some financial skills. You got debt? Learn how to consolidate your debt. What I'm saying is a calculated risk means that you're prepared for it to go wrong. If it goes wrong, and you're prepared for when it goes right. Because things going right could be just as bad as things going wrong.
And you're saying mentally strong people aren't afraid
To take that risk. Why? Because they don't take reckless or foolish risks, but don't mind taking calculated risk. Mentally strong people spend time weighing the risk and the benefits before making big decisions. There's ones throughout the day that don't worry about it. They are fully informed of the potential downside before they take action. So then this way, if things don't go according to plan, we have a plan for the plan if it doesn't go according to plan. Not a plan B.
Risk management.
Do not have a plan B because you ain't going to go hard enough on plan A. Plan B is always an easier, less working thing to give me some satisfaction if plan A gets too difficult. If you have a plan B, you give up on plan A way too quick. My mother was my plan B. And because I had a plan B, I never had to pay my rent. Lose the apartment, go back home to mom. Lose the car, go back home to mom. Got no money? Just go to mom. Tell her I'm going to go rob somebody. Give me some money or I'm going to jail tonight, ma.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's what I did. Mom was plan B. Once mom died in treatment, when I was in treatment, plan B was removed.
Yeah, what happens then? 'Cause that's where I'm at.
This is where I feel a boy becomes a man. A boy becomes a man when that boy realizes nobody's coming. You need to man the fuck up and make it happen, homie.
Right.
To me, that's when a boy becomes a man. When that boy realizes you got to make it for yourself now, bro. You got to rely on yourself. I became a man at 37 after my mother passed away. Up until then, I was a 36-year-old man-child.
That's what I am right now, but I'm not 30. I'm 39.
Don't worry about the age. It's you gotta make it. You gotta make it for yourself.
Honesty is good.
You gotta make it for yourself. All right, so let's wrap it up. They don't dwell on the past. Instead, they learn from the past. They don't make the same mistakes over and over again. They learn from it. I always give you guys the analogy of spoiled milk. Spoiled milk, I should have smelt it or looked at the date. Made a mistake. I learned my mistake. If I put the milk back in the refrigerator and drink it tomorrow, I made the decision. It's not a mistake. How many of us keep drinking the same spoiled milk and think we making mistakes? Gotta own up, and you're making the decision to keep doing the same shit over and over again. It is what it is. Mentally strong people will recognize, like, you know what? This ain't a mistake, man. I'm making a decision to do this. I gotta stop making this decision. Because mistakes allow us to what? Play the victim. Mistakes make us think we're not smart enough. So we start saying all this negative self-talk. Mistake happens one time. Once you learn that it was a mistake, Bible says, do not forget my teaching. Wrap them around the neck like a tablet. Once God showed you you made a mistake, he taught you a lesson. You forget the lesson like I forget the lesson. Think we're repeating a mistake. No, we are actually rejecting God. That's why we keep doing it. What do you got?
Do not forget my teaching and what else?
You shut up.
I got you after class. I got you after class.
I'm laughing at you.
Go ahead.
Alright, so I have a question.
Go ahead.
If you do make a mistake, some people don't learn from that first mistake.
That's okay.
People gotta put their in
Yep.
so many times, so what does that mean?
So the mistake shouldn't define your abilities. You got to continue to allow the mistake to explain how you're doing it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Right? So the repeating of the mistake, we cannot allow it to define that we can't succeed because we keep repeating the mistake. The repetition of the mistake should explain to us what we're not doing to change it.
So what if we're like cycle and we just like bumping our head?
Then you like to bump your head. I like to bump my head. To me, it's more important. What are you doing after you bump your head? How are you speaking to yourself?
Well, you did this wrong, bitch.
That's not
You
good.
did this right, bitch.
Okay.
And we gonna do it like this the next time, bitch.
All right.
Because we don't need the same motherfucking.
That's healthy.
you know what I mean?
He
But
said that don't
That if you're speaking to yourself like that, I'm getting like that's encouragement. That's you're from the street, right? So you're like me. All right. So yeah. So you're speaking good shit when you say that, right? That's healthy because that's mental strength. Because you're telling yourself how to learn from the mistake. Where the mistake is not healthy is that we blame ourselves or things for the mistake without trying to change behavior.
But then I do it and then I get a different outcome and it ain't still positive.
It's okay. Now you know you can't do it that way. Now try another way. That's it. That's
I think about a million ways to get paid.
there you go. So think about a million ways to get your mental strength better. So take the mindset of money and turn money into mental strength.
Boom.
That's kind of harder to do.
You'll make it happen though. If you a hustler like I'm a hustler, what?
California's expensive.
It's alright.
We're paying for
I believe in an impossible God. God be putting money in my pockets. I'm just letting you know. Right? Good. Alright, so real quick, they don't dwell on the past. They don't make the same mistakes over and over. They don't resent other people's success. Mentally strong people want to be around people who are successful. Why? For inspiration. So if you don't want to be around people that are doing well, it's probably because of your mental strength. Because they're threatening you. People's success is making you feel less than, rather than inspiring you to get better. And the reason that it's making us feel less than is not because we're pieces of shit. It's because your mental health is weak. You don't want to be around people doing better. Why? When you're around people doing better, you know what they show you? What you're not doing. So I used to be around people doing worse. Why? So it would make me feel better about myself. Now I'm the, if you're the smartest person in the room, get out of that room.
Yeah.
I make sure the rooms that I'm in, I'm not the smartest, I'm not the best preacher, I don't know the most scripture, none of it. I want to be in a room where I'm the rookie in the room, every room I go to. Because if I'm the rookie in the rooms that I'm going to, I must be in some really good rooms because I ain't no rookie, I'll tell you that much. But I'm going to go into the room where I am a rookie as far as my experience though. Because the only way to become a vet
yes.
is to be a rookie. I'm going to be the rookie of the year everywhere I go.
Everywhere I go.
Everywhere I go. Be rookie of the year everywhere you go.
I listen to you, definitely.
Good. I'm glad you do. And then the last one.
How? You got earbuds.
They don't give mentally strong person does not give up after the first failure. FAIL. First attempt in learning.
Okay.
Mentally strong people do not give up after the first failure. All right? Any questions besides my brother? Anybody got any questions?
Can Leo go home with you?
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
You know
I got a
what?
YouTube channel if you want to watch it.
What is it?
But just Michael Fury. So guys, listen, if you guys don't have an Easter service that you guys are attending, Saturday night we're having a special Easter service at my church. I'm doing kind of a theme thing, and then our deacon is doing the Lord's Supper. So if you guys want to receive, Catholicism, where they call it communion or something like that. But it's the Lord's Supper. We're having a pizza party at 5. If you guys want a fellowship, we're at the beach from 1 to 3 doing a special Easter thing at the beach. So Saturday we got a whole thing going on. If you guys want to hang out, the church is Huntington Beach Church. You could ask Wyatt or AJ, some of the guys, Robin, they know where it's at. But you guys,
I used to go to a Celebrate Recovery meeting there.
it's possible. Now we're really just Jesus, but yeah, it's possible that we
Do
celebrate
you do
recovery.
baptisms at the beach?
We do baptisms everywhere. Beach, tub,
This is Saturday.
backyards. Yeah. Right?
I want to get baptized.
She's getting baptized Saturday.
Get baptized.
And we live together.
Come on. Let's go. All right. You guys are dismissed. Thank you.
I get baptized.
I got